Hey folks, it's August 18th. It's a Monday. It's a beautiful day because today I'm in Camrose. I'm in Jubilee Park having my lunch break, and I thought I would talk with you guys. The big news today is that CUPE members of the Flight Attendants Union have continued to defy the order given by the CIRB. The CIRB has declared that this action is illegal, but I'm a little confused about that. I thought it was up to the courts to determine if things were illegal, not up to the board. I'm not a lawyer, but it's just confusing to me. Also, the fact that this decision is being made by the same person who instituted the decision seems like a conflict of interest, and the fact that the person who made the decision is a former Air Canada lawyer also seems suspicious to me. It's really interesting to note here that it's illegal for unions to represent themselves in ways that the government doesn't like, but it's not illegal to fail to pay people to be at work for 35 hours a month. This isn't working out. Maybe that's why people are defying this. There's a CBC article that they talked about the history of defiance a little bit. They talked about Jean-Claude Perrault, our president, who went to jail because his members refused to return to work. And then in 1981, something like that, there was another CUPE president who went to jail for refusing to give his workers an order. I think they're just setting it up to try and make these fines as legal as possible, but it'll be like getting blood from a stone. I don't understand how you're supposed to fine people who make less than $40K a year $1,000 a day. Like, that's not even manageable for anybody. Like, if I get fined $1,000 a day, I'm broke by the end of the week easily. Like, I'm bankrupt. And I think that's the point, is to put the fear in you. But so far, the fines haven't appeared. They haven't resolved. Mark Carney is being cagey and ridiculous on it, just saying that he's disappointed that they didn't come to a negotiated discussion. Well, why would they come to a negotiated conclusion? There's no reason for the employer to negotiate. There has never been a reason. Same with us, just like the Canada Post. There's no reason for the employer to negotiate because the government has always come to force arbitration. We're in a bit of a different situation where the company can't prove what they're asking for in arbitration, so we're just going to have to deal with this as a negotiation, I guess. Like, there's just so much uncertainty, and this has all caused, this isn't just the Liberal government, this is the Liberal and Conservative governments who have created this scenario over the last 30 or 40 years, and it's all coming to a head. Today, members of the We Together Strong community took lunches down to the members on the picket line, and that is greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for that. But if you guys can support them in any way, that would be great. I'm in Camrose today. I won't be back before their picket line wraps up for the day, but I do intend on visiting them throughout the week from time to time just to show support. So you guys need to talk to your coworkers, and specifically you need to contact your locals about what you want to do. At this point, I've made my recommendations, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. My recommendations was that our union create a strategic strike to support CUPE, specifically, like, make it known that this is support action for CUPE, where we would perform a strategic strike. Now, a strategic strike would be something like, maybe we shut down all the ports coming into the country, so Montreal, Vancouver, Toronto, those sort of things, and then we would have those people go out on strike while all of us continue at work, and we would pay those people their full wages while they're on strike. It, of course, doesn't deal with the fact that there is the possibility the employer could lock us out, and that's a potential consequence, and that's a reality. So, but the trick is that we need to make sure that if we do something like this, is that it's specifically in support of CUPE. We don't have to worry about back to work legislation, or, well, being ordered back, because we are in a legal strike position right now. But we need to be cognizant of the fact that we can be locked out or suffer under punishment through Canada Post, I guess. But if we do it specifically in support of CUPE, we may be able to garner a little bit of respect from people for supporting them, and also we could make a very strong ally. There's like 700,000 members of CUPE, so we definitely would want that. But if you guys are willing to do that, you need to contact your locals and express that to them, and so that they can express that to their regional executive, and they can push that on the board. All right? Keep your chin up. I'm about to start the drive home. Have a great day.